面而来，一股香喷喷的气息。你灯都没关，你睡觉。那我这里才几点？所以刚好查一个觉的时间，也查一顿饭的时间。有情况吗？
Hola. 可以记了。
好嘞。
记住了。哎呀。
12:30对吗？
啊。现在12点。
13:30。
哦，那是。哎，13不对呀、13、14、15、16，不是18点结束吗？现在还2个小时半呢。
对呀、
所以应该15了呀，现在。
对呀、15点多。
你说13吗？
我说错了。现在是15:08，正好2个半到16分。多一点，多个4分8分。吹吹腿的腿半吹什么的。
哎，56的时候休息。56，现在1个小时休息5分钟。
5分钟你能干啥呀？
走一下。
这么好福利啊！一接视频把我惊艳到了。扑面而来，一股香喷喷的气息。你灯都没关，你睡觉。看我这里才几点？跟你刚好差一个觉的时间，也差一顿饭的时间。 福利啊！一切设计把我惊艳到了。扑面而来一股香喷喷的气息，你灯都没关，你睡觉。那我就很激动。你刚好查一个觉的时间，也才一顿饭的时间。
Innovation knows no finish line. When the world settles for good enough, GT is rewriting the rules. From now on, power will flow without limits. Strength and endurance will unite. AI will reveal new horizons. Stories will be vividly brought to life. When old rules fall, a new era begins. For those who demand more from power, GT7 series is coming. Power that never stops. Innovation knows no finish line. When the world settles for good enough, GT is rewriting the rules. From now on, power will flow without limits. Strength and endurance will unite. AI will reveal new horizons. Stories will be vividly brought to life. When old rules fall, a new era begins. For those who demand more from power, GT7 series is coming. Power that never stops. Innovation knows no finish line. When the world settles for good enough, GT is rewriting the rules. From now on, power will flow without limits. Strength and endurance will unite. AI will reveal new horizons. Stories will be vividly brought to life. When old rules fall, a new era begins. For those who demand more from power, GT7 series is coming. Power that never stops. Innovation knows no finish line. When the world settles for good enough, GT is rewriting the rules. From now on, power will flow without limits. Strength and endurance will unite. AI will reveal new horizons. Stories will be vividly brought to life. When old rules fall, a new era begins. For those who demand more from power, GT7 series is coming. Power that never stops. Innovation knows no finish line. When the world settles for good enough, GT is rewriting the rules. From now on, power will flow without limits. Strength and endurance will unite. AI will reveal new horizons. Stories will be vividly brought to life. When old rules fall, a new era begins. For those who demand more from power, GT7 series is coming. Power that never stops. Innovation knows no finish line. When the world settles for good enough, GT is rewriting the rules. From now on, Power will flow without limits. Strength and endurance will unite. AI will reveal new horizons. Stories will be vividly brought to life. When old rules fall, a new era begins. For those who demand more from power, GT7 series is coming. Power that never stops. Innovation knows no finish line. When the world settles for good enough, GT is rewriting the rules. From now on, power will flow without limits. Strength and endurance will unite. AI will reveal new horizons. Stories will be vividly brought to life. When old rules fall, a new era begins. For those who demand more from power, GT7 series is coming. Power that never stops. Innovation knows no finish line. When the world settles for good enough, GT is rewriting the rules. From now on, power will flow without limits. Strength and endurance will unite. AI will reveal new horizons. stories will be vividly brought to life. When old rules fall, a new era begins. For those who demand more from power, GT7 Series is coming. Power that never stops.
As the time passes, our life event is coming to an end. Can you believe it's been already 3 days? It's incredible. So our Guinness World Records Challenge is also about to conclude. While we wait for the results, we can share emotional stories from our fans to continue the warmth of companionship. Let's start from story number 1 by Funny Beaver. On the day of my 30th birthday, a year ago, 10th of April 2024, one day before my 30th birthday, my first sunset in my new apartment. I bought my own apartment. Congratulations! This is something not many of us can afford these days. Wow, I have been saving money since childhood for this very important purchase of mine. I've deliberately chosen the apartment with the view to the west, to my favorite sunsets. After signing all the documents, after visits to numerous organizations for property registration, I came to my apartment empty, without any touch of repair. I stood alone in the balcony, admiring the sunset and breathing in warm air. I felt freedom and happiness. By the way, this is one of the first shots on my new Realme 12 Pro Plus. On the rear camera, blind, leaning the phone on the edge of a balcony up the 5th floor. But that risk was worth it. That's the moment I'll never forget. I can imagine this must have been very magical for you. I honestly am a little jealous because I still don't have my new apartment yet, but I'm super happy for you, and I'm even more than just being happy for you feeling this way. I'm extremely happy for you to be managed to catch this moment on your phone, and I'm really glad that our Real Me also helped you to capture this moment in the best colors possible. We have our next story by Nikita Meow. The beauty and power of the Ural Mountains. Hello everyone. Last year I climbed the highest point of the Sverdlovsk region, Mount Shunut. The road to the mountain lay through swamps, impassable forests and fields, but believe me, it was worth it. After 5 hours, we reached the highest point, Konovalovsky Uval. The views took my breath away and captivated my heart. That's why I want to share with you a photo taken at the top of the mountain so that you can also appreciate the beauty and power of the Ural Mountains. This adventure revealed my capabilities and inspired me for new adventures. In just one day, we traveled 25 kilometers, saw the tracks of wild animals, and experienced the thrill of nature. At the end of the day, we were exhausted but happy to be back home. The day passed quickly, and we vividly vividly leaving me overwhelmed with emotions. Actually, I can only imagine how it is. I have never been to that specific place you mentioned. But for me personally, going to the mountains is always a great adventure. And I feel like going to the mountains is somehow always mysterious and always brings very special emotions. And especially if you're climbing by yourself, hiking, climbing very tall mountains, it's very, very special feeling. Also, it's really important to have a really amazing phone with you to make sure that you can capture all the moments during the daylight, nighttime, and well, in any kind of circumstance. So this is a very beautiful story. Let's move on to the next one. A story by Nescafe Mix. How Minecraft memories and our amazing community inspired me to create music. That's interesting. Let's go. I want to hear this story. This past weekend, while enjoying some family time, we dove into a Minecraft session. Yes, my kids absolutely love destroying everything their parents built. It's practically the law of the universe. Well, it is what it is. Surrounded by pixelated blocks and the sounds of the game, I started thinking about those life moments that just deserve their own soundtrack. Maybe it was because I have 3 musicians living under my roof, or maybe after hours of listening to zombies, creepers, and other in-game monsters, my soul was literally screaming for some epic background music. But then something specific clicked in my mind. All those incredible moments shared with my fellow realme creators. I've been collaborating with this brand purely out of passion since way back in 2019. It all started with helping out answering questions on the Telegram channel, and later I began doing a bit of everything. Writing helpful articles, small product reviews, translating great posts from colleagues, unboxings, video unboxings, you name it. This community has allowed me to grow, to learn, and to try so many new things I'd never imagined doing. And I've had such an amazing time connecting with my fellow creators, chatting, laughing, and enjoying events together. This whole project is dedicated to them. Here's a picture from one of our latest adventures together. Last realme party during the MWC 25. Awesome memories with awesome people. And that's when it hit me. Boom. We need epic music for realme and its community. Music that speaks about the creators, about the tech we love, about photography, about all those moments we spend diving into the wonderful work that moderators and creators pour into this community, for this community. This is really amazing. You know, I'm so glad that you can get this inspiration and motivation from your experiences with realme and your other experiences in your life. And also, I'm really excited to hear what type of music you can come up with, because also for me personally, I'm also doing music. So this is I feel like music is an important part of life in general. And it's always awesome to see people starting to create something, and it's always very inspirational. So thank you so much for your story. Let's move on to the next story. We got a story by Rafico Peru. 30 years of marriage. I can only imagine how it is. Hello, realme community. I am a man of few words. But when it comes to talking about my wife, the words flow naturally. We recently celebrated 30 years of marriage. 3 decades of sharing the good, the difficult, the laughter, the children, the trips, the Sunday naps, and the dreams, which we're still not finished building. Everything was different before. We met in times before cell phones. I can imagine that, much less those that record in high definition. our memories lived in letters, in photos developed on paper, and in the memories of our hearts. But today, thanks to the realme phone I have, we can look back on all of that and freeze the new moments we continue to create. And this is definitely one of the most beautiful stories, because I'm glad to see how far we've come in our technological advancement in just a couple of dozens of years. From, the moments when it was so hard to create and memorize those memories, except of our own brains, there was no better way to remember things in such a great color and precision. And right now we have all this media and all these means, and we can literally look back into all of the memories we created and actually see them right here in our phones. That's really beautiful. Let's move on to our next story, the story by Neophyte Clicker. India. The lesson comes full circle. So today I'm here with a very special and emotional moment of mine in the form of a thread. During my internship, life gifted me a moment I'll never forget. The hospital corridors were buzzing with the usual rush when a new patient approached me. He softly said his name for registration, and I froze. It wasn't just a name. It was his name, my school teacher, my mentor, a man who had once guided me through my childhood with patience and wisdom. I looked up, and there he was, older now, but the same warm smile, the same kind eyes. For a second, I was no longer a doctor. I was a student again, standing before someone who shaped my early years. He had traveled 800 kilometers from our hometown in search for better treatment. What neither of us knew was that destiny had a beautiful reunion planned. As soon as he recognized me, he grew emotional. I never imagined, he said with tears in his eyes, that one day my little student would be the one treating me. I could barely hold back my own emotions. That moment, standing in my scrubs, stethoscope in pocket, beside the man who once taught me life lessons, was overwhelming. It felt like life had come full circle. We took a photo together that day. Me, now a doctor. Him, still my teacher in every way. This photo is very memorable for me. It captures not just a reunion, but a story of gratitude, destiny, and the beautiful way life brings people back into our lives when we least expect it. That's so true, though. Some moments in life remind us why we chose the path we did. This was one of them. Wow, this is a really beautiful story, and I'm sure you guys all felt it. And I believe that, honestly, all of the people who send us the stories, all of the stories that I just reviewed, I feel like everyone has such a great skill of writing. I mean, it takes a lot of skill to write stories and to write them in a way that you guys did. I feel like it's really beautiful. I love the way it's written. I love the whole meaning behind it, and I love the stories themselves. I feel like it's incredible. It's beautiful. And again, thank you so much for sharing. Thank you all for sharing these emotional stories with us. We hope that these stories from strangers can touch the hearts of those watching on the screen. And do let me know, everyone who's watching us right now, do let me know what you think of the stories. Which one was your favorite? Do you have like a favorite story right now? You can let me know in the comments in our live chat section. It's still there, so you can let me know your thoughts. I am extremely grateful for everyone who send us their stories, and it's actually time for me to leave you guys soon, but actually just a quick reminder before I go. We have been doing our live stream for almost 3 days straight right now. We're nearing the end. We're going to be super We're like super close to the ending right now. And our Guinness World Record challenge is almost done. We're going to finish it in just like a matter of like a very short time. So stay with us. I'll be back very soon for the final part of the challenge, and very excited. See you very soon. Bye.
Innovation knows no finish line. When the world settles for good enough, GT is rewriting the rules. From now on, power will flow without limits. Strength and endurance will unite. AI will reveal new horizons. Stories will be vividly brought to life. When old rules fall, a new era begins. For those who demand more from power, GT7 Series is coming. Power that never stops. Innovation knows no finish line. When the world settles for good enough, GT is rewriting the rules. From now on, power will flow without limits. Strength and endurance will unite. AI will reveal new horizons. Stories will be vividly brought to life. When old rules fall, a new era begins. For those who demand more from power, GT7 Series is coming. Power that never stops. Innovation knows no finish line. When the world settles for good enough, GT is rewriting the rules. From now on, power will flow without limits. Strength and endurance will unite. AI will reveal new horizons. Stories will be vividly brought to life. When old rules fall, a new era begins. For those who demand more from power, GT7 series is coming. Power that never stops. Innovation knows no finish line. When the world settles for good enough, GT is rewriting the rules. From now on, power will flow without limits. Strength and endurance will unite. AI will reveal new horizons. Stories will be vividly brought to life. When old rules fall, a new era begins. For those who demand more from power, GT7 series is coming. Power that never stops. Innovation knows no finish line. When the world settles for good enough, GT is rewriting the rules. From now on, Power will flow without limits. Strength and endurance will unite. AI will reveal new horizons. Stories will be vividly brought to life. When old rules fall, a new era begins. For those who demand more from power, GT7 series is coming. Power that never stops. Innovation knows no finish line. When the world settles for good enough, GT is rewriting the rules. From now on, power will flow without limits. Strength and endurance will unite. AI will reveal new horizons. Stories will be vividly brought to life. When old rules fall, a new era begins. For those who demand more from power, GT7 series is coming. Power that never stops. Innovation knows no finish line. When the world settles for good enough, GT is rewriting the rules. From now on, power will flow without limits. Strength and endurance will unite. AI will reveal new horizons. Stories will be vividly brought to life. When old rules fall, a new era begins. For those who demand more from power, GT7 series is coming. Power that never stops. Innovation knows no finish line. When the world settles for good enough, GT is rewriting the rules. From now on, power will flow without limits. Strength and endurance will unite. AI will reveal new horizons. Stories will be vividly brought to life. When old rules fall, a new era begins. For those who demand more from power, GT7 series is coming. Power that never stops. Innovation knows no finish line. When the world settles for good enough, GT is rewriting the rules. From now on, power will flow without limits. Strength and endurance will unite. AI will reveal new horizons. Stories will be vividly brought to life. When old rules fall, a new era begins. For For those who demand more from power, GT7 Series is coming. Power that never stops. Innovation knows no finish line. When the world settles for good enough, GT is rewriting the rules. From now on, power will flow without limits. Strength and endurance will unite. AI will reveal new horizons. Stories will be vividly brought to life. When old rules fall, a new era begins. For those who demand more from power, GT7 Series is coming. Power that never stops. Innovation knows no finish line. When the world settles for good enough, GT is rewriting the rules. From now on, power will flow without limits. Strength and endurance will unite. AI will reveal new horizons. Stories will be vividly brought to life. When old rules fall, a new era begins. For those who demand more from power, GT7 Series is coming. Power that never stops. Innovation knows no finish line. When the world settles for good enough, GT is rewriting the rules. From now on, power will flow without limits. Strength and endurance will unite. AI will reveal new horizons. Stories will be vividly brought to life. When old rules fall, a new era begins. For those who demand more from power, GT7 series is coming. Power that never stops. Innovation knows no finish line. When the world settles for good enough, GT is rewriting the rules. From now on, power will flow without limits. Strength and endurance will unite. AI will reveal new horizons. Stories will be vividly brought to life. When old rules fall, a new era begins. For those who demand more from power, GT7 series is coming. Power that never stops.
Hi guys, I'm back here to introduce you some of the latest stories we just got received from our fans. And again, thank you so much for sharing your stories with us. These are very, very inspirational. Before, I have already shared 5 stories with you, and now let's share some more. So our next story comes from Anam Farouk from India. It's called A Face, A Story, A Beginning. I'm Anam Farouk. I'm Anam Farouk. Sorry. Okay, guys, I'm just waiting for the text right now. It got a little bit mixed up. I hope you guys are still watching us, though. We are going to finish our Guinness World Record contest super soon. As you can see on the clock right here, it's less than an hour left, so I hope you guys can stay with us. And in the meantime, before we've actually finished our Guinness World Record, I'm going to read you some stories that we received from our fans. So, okay, let's go. I'm Anam Farouk, a mobile photographer from Gulmarg, Kashmir. I started my photography journey with nothing but passion and my real me. This photo gave me more than a win. It gave me a purpose. Shot on Realme 6, February 17th, 2022. When I clicked this portrait, I didn't expect anything. I just saw a face that spoke volumes of resilience, of silent strength. It was one of those raw, unplanned moments. I kept the photo in my favorites, not knowing it would one day change my life. In 2024, I submitted it to the International Photography Awards under the Faces category. Months later, I was staring at my name next to a silver medal and a $2,000 prize. I was speechless. That one click helped me support my family, buy my first professional camera, and save for my dream travels. This is amazing, but more than money or medals, it gave me belief that stories matter and I could be the one to tell them. None of this would have happened without my Realme 6. That phone didn't just capture pixels, it captured possibilities. It's been years and I'm still grateful. Thank you, Realme, for being there at the start of my story. And thank you so much for sharing your inspirational story with us. And the most important part is that you believed in yourself. And I feel that this magical belief has made everything else happen, has made everything else become real. Now we have our next story from Mohendrian. Okay, Malaysia. From zero to hero. Realme 6 and Realme 9 Pro Plus. The first phone I used was Realme 6. I bought it in January 2020. The second was Realme 9 Pro Plus 5G. I bought it in May 2021. The first day I bought Realme 6 through Lazada. I only used it for my business and playing Mobile Legends only. In April 2021, my Realme 6 was damaged because water entered through the port charges while I was doing business on the side of the road when it was raining. Therefore, I had to make a decision to continue buying the Realme brand, namely Realme 9 Pro Plus in the store. Realme GT6. Next, the picture shows that I bought the latest Realme for the third time. The Realme GT6. I bought it on the first day it was released on 21st June 2024. I bought the phone because my Realme 9 Pro Plus screen broke after falling to the floor, and that's when I bought the Realme GT6. At that time, I didn't have much money. My mother and uncle shared the money to send me money to buy the Realme GT6. After I bought the Realme GT6, I continued to try and learn about photography because I had no experience with photography until now. Those pictures were me trying out the Realme GT6 camera for the first time. But my reaction was surprised because the pictures I took were very beautiful. Interested in becoming a mobile photographer. A few days later, when I was on leave from work, I went out and learned how to take pictures using my phone, my mobile. These pictures were the results of my pictures when using the Realme GT6 and the second and third month after buying it. From here on, I became interested in becoming a mobile photographer using the Realme GT6. All of these screenshots are from Realme's big accounts on Instagram that have reposted the pictures I tagged them in. I was very surprised that accounts with as many followers as them could notice my Instagram story that I tagged all of these accounts in. This is my biggest memory because not everyone can get something like this. This is where I started getting more excited about taking pictures about the Realme brand. On 4th of July 2024, Realme Malaysia messaged me on Instagram to join the Realme Fan Festival trip to Shenzhen, China contest. Wow, this is an incredible story, and I love how you going from basically not having like an incredibly super famous account to getting noticed and to getting so much attention from our brand. This is truly inspiring, and it really shows that all of our customers, all of our friends and fans are really important to us, because it doesn't really matter how much fans on Instagram you have. You can still get noticed by your impact and by your beautiful photos if you're using our Realme phone, no matter which type of the phone you're using. So this is really incredible, and I'm inspired by your story. Actually, we have less than an hour to go, or an hour or so to go till the end of our challenge, and I'm super excited to see what GT7 is going to accomplish. So just a little reminder, we have been going live for almost 60 hours now. We are almost at the very end. This is the most important part right now. Yesterday we kicked off our Guinness battery challenge. So we have one phone, Realme GT7 phone right here. We have another one in Italy on our cruise ship. And basically it has been streaming movies nonstop without any charging or anything for the last, already more than 23 hours. And we're going to stop the challenge at 24 hours and see, how it's going to go. I'm very confident with our phone because after putting Realme GT7 under so many different tests for these 3 days, we have seen so many capabilities that our phone can do, and we've tested the battery already multiple times, and we've tested the ice cooling function and AI functions and pictures and so much more. And for all of these tests, Realme GT7 has only proven to be the best. And again, thanks for your attention, everyone. Thanks for sending your stories. Okay, we actually do have some other comments from, another one is from Mohammed Asfand. It's so nice of them to add subtitles as well. Okay, that's actually, I feel like it's a really important part. Realme genuinely considers the needs of our global users, ensuring everyone enjoys a smooth viewing experience, and we want to make sure that you guys really know what's going on, just in case you hear it in the wrong way or whatever. We got another comment from Bra. This battery check time, how many hours are play? Okay, I'm a little confused with this question. Let's see. You mean, are you talking about this phone right here? So this is exactly what we're doing right now. We're doing this Guinness battery challenge, and we have the clock right here. So for the last more than 23 hours, we've had movies playing non-stop on our phone right here, and we're gonna be ending this challenge very soon, so stay with us. Make sure to stay till the end of this live stream. We're almost done here, the last hour or so. Okay, let's get to the next comment. Can we see the next comment, please? Thank you. From Hey You. I'm Rahul from India, Jharkhand, and I'm 16 years old. I am a gamer, but I don't have gaming phone. Will you give me a gaming phone, please? My father is a farmer. I don't have money to purchase this phone. Hey, Rahul, I love your passion for gaming. And while we can't directly gift phones, I'm sure if you keep chasing your dreams, imagine how awesome it'll feel to buy your dream gear with your first paycheck. So don't give up. I'm sure that if you set your mind into something like getting this amazing phone, I'm sure you will be able to do that. You know, life always gives us different challenges, and right now, I guess in your life, this is one of the challenges you have to face, and you have to solve it. But I'm sure that after getting this phone, you will be able to open new opportunities, just like some of the stories that I've read before. Some of the people from the stories, they've actually had new opportunities opened by getting this beautiful Realme GT7 and all of the other Realme phones. And yes, again, thank you so much for your attention, and thank you for all your comments and stories. These are very beautiful and very inspirational. And most importantly, your feedback is extremely important to us, and it keeps us going, and it keeps us creating and changing and making better phones with every single time, including our customers' needs as the main pillar of phone making. And I'm also really grateful to be part of this. So as I mentioned, we are going to be closing our Guinness Battery Challenge very soon, extremely soon. So do stay with us. You can keep following the timer right here, and I will be back with you very, very soon. See you soon, guys.
Innovation knows no finish line. When the world settles for good enough, GT is rewriting the rules. From now on, power will flow without limits. Strength and endurance will unite. AI will reveal new horizons. Stories will be vividly brought to life. When old rules fall, a new era begins. For those who demand more from power, GT7 series is coming. Power that never stops. Innovation knows no finish line. When the world settles for good enough, GT is rewriting the rules. From now on, power will flow without limits. Strength and endurance will unite. AI will reveal new horizons. Stories will be vividly brought to life. When old rules fall, a new era begins. For those who demand more from power, GT7 series is coming. Power that never stops. Innovation knows no finish line. When the world settles for good enough, GT is rewriting the rules. From now on, power will flow without limits. Strength and endurance will unite. AI will reveal new horizons. Stories will be vividly brought to life. When old rules fall, a new era begins. For those who demand more from power, GT7 series is coming. Power that never stops. Innovation knows no finish line. When the world settles for good enough, GT is rewriting the rules. From now on, power will flow without limits. Strength and endurance will unite. AI will reveal new horizons. Stories will be vividly brought to life. When old rules fall, a new era begins. For those who demand more from power, GT7 series is coming. Power that never stops. Innovation knows no finish line. When the world settles for good enough, GT is rewriting the rules. From now on, power will flow without limits. Strength and endurance will unite. AI will reveal new horizons. Stories will be vividly brought to life. When old rules fall, a new era begins. For those who demand more from power, GT7 series is coming. Power that never stops. Innovation knows no finish line. When the world settles for good enough, GT is rewriting the rules. From now on, power will flow without limits. Strength and endurance will unite. AI will reveal new horizons. Stories will be vividly brought to life. When old rules fall, a new era begins. For those who demand more from power, GT7 series is coming. Power that never stops. Innovation knows no finish line. When the world settles for good enough, GT is rewriting the rules. From now on, Power will flow without limits. Strength and endurance will unite. AI will reveal new horizons. Stories will be vividly brought to life. When old rules fall, a new era begins. For those who demand more from power, GT7 series is coming. Power that never stops. Innovation knows no finish line. When the world settles for good enough, GT is rewriting the rules. From now on, power will flow without limits. Strength and endurance will unite. AI will reveal new horizons. Stories will be vividly brought to life. When old rules fall, a new era begins. For those who demand more from power, GT7 series is coming. Power that never stops. Innovation knows no finish line. When the world settles for good enough, GT is rewriting the rules. From now on, power will flow without limits. Strength and endurance will unite. AI will reveal new horizons. Stories will be vividly brought to life. When old rules fall, a new era begins. For those who demand more from power, GT7 series is coming. Power that never stops. Innovation knows no finish line. When the world settles for good enough, GT is rewriting the rules. From now on, power will flow without limits. Strength and endurance will unite. AI will reveal new horizons. Stories will be vividly brought to life. When old rules fall, a new era begins. For those who demand more from power, GT7 series is coming. Power that never stops.
Okay, everyone, I think you guys are ready. We're definitely ready here. Our Guinness World Record Challenge is about to reach its time limit. Before switching the feed to the cruise ship venue, let's recap the details of this Guinness World Record attempt. Using the realme GT7 to continuously play movies for 24 hours without charging. If the phone still has power after a day of usage, the challenge will be considered a success. You can see the phone right here. We've got one phone here in our Shenzhen quarters. We get one phone on a cruise ship in Italy, and we have the timing right here. So the moment to announce the Guinness World Records Challenge results is about to arrive. Let's switch the scene to the cruise ship venue.
Innovation knows no finish line. When the world settles for good enough, GT is rewriting the rules. From now on, power will flow without limits. Strength and endurance will unite. AI will reveal new horizons. Stories will be vividly brought to life. When old rules fall, a new era begins. For those who demand more from power, GT7 series is coming. Power that never stops. Innovation knows no finish line. When the world settles for good enough, GT is rewriting the rules. From now on, power will flow without limits. Strength and endurance will unite. AI will reveal new horizons. Stories will be vividly brought to life. When old rules fall, a new era begins. For those who demand more from power, GT7 series is coming. Power that never stops.
And welcome back to the Real Me live stream. Right now we are back in the Guinness World Records Challenge room. The clock is still ticking, the movies are still streaming, Linting is still focused, and the Real Me GT7 is still going strong. We are now approaching the 24-hour mark. So I'd like to give everyone a recap on the challenge. So today, right here, right now, the Realme GT7 is undertaking the Guinness World Records 24-hour battery endurance challenge. The mission? Well, the mission is to stream movies for 24 hours non-stop, continuously without charging the phone. I'm also joined here today with Carl, who is the official Guinness World Records adjudicator. So Carl, do you think that we're going to be able to achieve this challenge?
Thank you, Sophie. And so far, over the last 23 hours and 50 plus minutes, all the guidelines have been followed accurately and successfully. And LinkedIn has showed an incredible amount of focus, endurance in our ability to concentrate for this period of time, and it's been very impressive so far. So we haven't got long now to meet that minimum requirement, which was the 24-hour period.
I know, and it's really exciting as well. I hope you below in the comment section, do you think that we can achieve this challenge with the realme GT7? Now, we still have a few minutes left before we've actually hit that 24-hour mark. So, Carl, can I ask you a few questions about Guinness World Records on a whole? So, every single year, how many challenges do you have taking place for a Guinness World Record?
Yeah, so as you can imagine, Guinness World Records is incredibly popular. And that's one of the beautiful things of the brand, is that it's accessible to anybody to challenge themselves to attempt records all over the globe. And we receive 65,000 applications a year on record applications. So as you can imagine, it's a huge volume. Only a fraction of them are successful. And of course, today we're witnessing one here that now has just under 5 minutes remaining to meet that minimum requirement to be a success.
Incredible. 65,000 you said. That's amazing. I actually grew up kind of with Guinness World Records as well. I used to actually purchase the books as a kid, or I used to get them as Christmas gifts, you know, in my Christmas stockings, something like that. So it's kind of like a really nice moment to be here, to actually be able to see a Guinness World Records challenge take place with the realme GT7. And Linsing is really showing some true focus and determination right now as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And just going back there to the nostalgia of the Guinness World Records book, I have a memory myself of when I was a child looking through the book and really inspiring that mindset to achieving something. And I remember starting off with trying to hold the most amount of eggs in one hand, which is how my journey in Guinness World Records was from a real young age started. And I think, like I said, that's the beautiful part of being accessible to everyone, no matter where you are, who you are. Anyone can attempt a record if they apply themselves. So. Definitely.
Did you achieve that record?
Unfortunately not. I was very young and smashed a lot of eggs in my family's house at the time. But yeah, fast forward, and of course, now being able to witness and experience records like today is a true privilege. So yeah, seeing the endurance feat today, I think, is something to really be respectful of and appreciate in another 3 minutes time.
Yeah, we still have 3 minutes on the clock as well, guys, so let us know down below what you think so far about the realme GT7 as well. The battery life so far is proving to be truly incredible, but we will be showing you guys shortly, once we hit that 24-hour mark, just how much battery life is left on the realme GT7. So remember, if you've not already hit that follow button, please hit the follow button to join the realme family and the realme community, and you can also share the link with your friends and your family as we get to the 24-hour mark, well, to countdown as well to knowing if we've actually been able to achieve this challenge with the realme GT7.
So with these last 2 minutes 30 seconds remaining for the minimum requirement, have you watched the series yourself? We've covered Harry Potter and Lord of the Rings. Is that something you've seen?
I've watched both of them. Of course,
you know
I'm British, so
have you watched them back to back for 24 hours?
I have not watched them back to back. Have you? Can you say you have?
No.
Yeah. So Linsing, she's actually been watching the whole Harry Potter series and also is now onto the Lord of the Rings trilogy. So you can also let us know at home if you've ever watched these movies. But definitely, I've watched them all separately. But I don't know if I could have the real determination and endurance that Linsing has to watch them all back to back, with being so focused as well on the screen.
Absolutely, and a fan as well of both of the series and films. I think they're absolutely fantastic. But that is why I'm on this side of the clipboard, because I don't think my endurance and focus would last that long.
Exactly.
That's for sure.
So guys, we're coming up to 1.5 minutes left. Can I ask as well, because we've got all of our wonderful realme KOLs in the room with us. Are you guys ready as well?
Yes!
Amazing. So we hope you guys sat at home as well have as much energy as we have here in the live stream studio room. So this is realme GT7 taking on the Guinness World Records 24-hour battery endurance challenge. Stay tuned because we have just around 1 minute left until we hit that 24-hour minimum guideline mark. So there's actually so many different guidelines when it actually comes to a Guinness World Records challenge. So Carl very shortly will be going all over the guidelines for today's challenge as well, so definitely stay tuned for that. But yes, we're on to the countdown now. We've got 45 seconds left, should I say. But yes, I can feel the suspense building as well.
Absolutely. Now we're approaching that 30-second mark, and this has been a real privilege to witness such a good human performance here, equally met by the performance in technology as well in this record. So not long to go now, and the minimum requirement will be met.
So guys, I want you guys as well at home and in the room, when we get to 3 seconds, I actually want us all to count down from 3 together. So we're going to go 3, 2, 1, and that is when we are actually going to have met the 24-hour guideline mark. So guys, are we ready?
Yes.
In 3, 2, 1. Woo! Okay, guys.
Congrats.
Okay, guys, that's it. The 24-hour mark is complete. Amazing. So we're going to move on now, guys. We're changing up the set a little bit, but that is 24 hours complete of continuous movie streaming with the realme GT7. So, ladies and gentlemen, we now stand at a truly historic crossroad. Here on the ever-surging ocean, we gather to witness a moment that will be remembered. The realme GT7, with its remarkable performance and exceptional endurance, has officially been streaming movies for the last 24 hours non-stop. And it still has charge. So now I would like to actually invite Clutch onto the stage to show you guys how much battery life is left on our realme GT7.
Woo!
Woo!
Let's just check it together, alright?
Yeah.
Okay. Before we get started, let us guess how much battery would be left in this realme GT7 after 24 hours continuous movie watching.
35%.
25?
35.
35.
35?
35, yeah.
35?
15%.
15, that is too much. Alright.
15.
15. One
15.
five.
Oh, you guys really have really high
5%.
requirement for realme engineers, right?
19. 1.
1%? Oh, that's very close, I suppose. Actually, no, I'm kidding. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's just unveil this moment. And the camera should be zooming here. 36%! 1% higher than this gentleman's guess. Alright?
Okay.
Wait a minute. Yeah, I'm gonna show you. Once again.
Can you please show it?
Yeah. Okay. Take your time.
No, just hold it once. Like.
Yeah, once again. Yeah. Okay, you can see it. Alright. Thank you so much. This is the power of technology.
Amazing.
I won the phone now.
Amazing. So thank you so much, guys. As you saw, we've got battery life still going on the realme GT7. So we could even continuous. Shall we switch this off, guys? Can we switch this off, maybe?
Yes.
Yeah.
Amazing. Okay, perfect. That's better. So we could keep going for even longer than 24 hours. This is more as well than just a number. It is a vivid testament to the power of innovation. But now, the most important question is, we've already hit 24 hours, but the most important question is, Carl, have we achieved the challenge?
So thank you, Sophie. As you know, my name is Carl Saville. I'm your Guinness World Records adjudicator for today's record attempt. And the title for today's record attempt is for the longest marathon watching films or movies on a mobile device. And here are some of the key guidelines to note. The device must be an unmodified and commercially available mobile phone. The films can be downloaded to the mobile in advance. The feature-length films must be watched throughout the attempt with a minimum duration of 90 minutes. If the participant is watching a streaming service, such as Netflix, they have 1 minute between the films before one ends and the other must start. The entire film, from the opening sequence to the closing credits, must be watched, and if there's trailers or commercials, these too must also be watched throughout the film. Only one mobile phone screen can be viewed at any time, and sunglasses may not be worn, as the challenger's face must be visible throughout the entire attempt. The following interruptions are acceptable as long as these can be resolved within 30 seconds. If there's a crash or a no response from the device, any streaming issues or pop-up messages, incoming calls, or any operational issue, as long as it's returned in 30 seconds, is accepted. Guinness World Records set a minimum requirement as 24 hours for this attempt. And after reviewing the attempt itself, reviewing the documents and making sure all the guidelines have been successfully met, I can now announce that Yang Lingxin has achieved a total time of 24 hours, making this a new Guinness World Records title. Congratulations.
Woo! Congratulations. Okay, so now let us present the award, and we're going to take a short photo together as well.
So I'd just like to take this opportunity to congratulate everyone involved from the realme GT7 team for their preparation in organisation in this record attempt, and of course to Lingxin herself for showing her incredible endurance, focus and determination throughout the whole 24-hour period. This now gives me great pleasure to announce you're officially amazing. Congratulations.
Thank you. Woo! Huge congratulations, Lingxin. So let's take a photo together, guys.
Okay, look at me. 3, 2, 1. One more. 3, 2, 1. Okay.
Thank you so much. I'd now also like to officially invite Clutch onto the stage as well so that we can take a photograph together.
Okay. Thank you. Phone. Okay, I want to show the phone.
Okay, look at me. 3, 2, 1. One more time. 3, 2, 1. Okay.
Amazing. Thank you so much. And I do believe that Clutch has a few words to say.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, it's a great moment. Thank you for coming. Thank you for witnessing this great moment with us, especially for the realme tech KOLs and lifestyle KOLs, media friends. I really appreciate that. And during these past 2 days, you've been very helpful to our next product, upcoming realme GT7 series. I'm kind of nervous right now, obviously. So, yeah, as far as I can remember, 3 years ago, realme launched the realme GT Neo 3 in China, featured like 150 watt ultra dark charge. You can charge your phone in just 15 minutes. And like 1 year later in Barcelona MWC 23, we launched realme GT3, featured like 240 watt supersonic charge, which is still the fastest charging mass production smartphone right now in the world. And last year during the A2A Fans Festival, I think some of you may attend that event as well. You can see we launched like 320 watt supersonic charge, and your phone can be charged in just 5 minutes. So this is what we gain right now, and I think we are still pushing the boundary of the technology, especially in the field of battery life and fast charging. As far as I can say, this month we launched a concept phone with 10,000 milliamp-hour, and which is also got lots of praise from media friends. And I would say one more thing: realme is aiming to become the dark horse of AI and battery tech pioneer in the smartphone industry. And I hope you all like it. Thank you so much.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Clutch. And again, I do also want to say my thanks to everyone for being here today, and also you guys watching from home. I'd also like to say my thank you to the official Guinness World Records adjudicator, Carl. Thank you so much for joining us here today as well. So guys, this honor is actually more than just a recognition of our technology. It is a shining medal for relentless effort, a symbol of unwavering pursuit on the road to innovation. Now let the confetti burst, let the vibrant colours bloom, and let the triumphant moment be captured in time. The realme GT7's challenge has not only broken limits, but inspired us all to aim higher, dream bigger, and chase the next miracle. Let's cheer for the realme GT7, applaud our incredible team, and celebrate this moment of greatness together.
Switch to. Okay, just invite everybody who wants to take a photo.
So we all want to take a photo?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Yeah. Shall we do our photos again first?
Okay.
Do you want to do that? Yeah. Oh.
So I didn't have my mic, so I was like,
Oh, my name was gonna, because I was.
just in case you were.
At the end, I kind of like just was thinking, what's going on? Okay. So we're gonna take the picture.
Woo! Amazing, dear fans. The challenge at Shenzhen headquarters has also been successfully completed. Let's celebrate this truly historical moment together. Realme GT7 has proven itself with its powerful battery life, and it marks a perfect conclusion to our 60-hour live streaming event. Let me double check. Actually, our phone here is still streaming. You can see the timing is way beyond 24 hours right now. I'm gonna stop the movie streaming. I think this is enough. Our phone has really worked super hard. And let's see how much we have left. We still have 35% of battery left. After 24 hours of even more than that, of continuous streaming of movies without any extra charge, Realme GT7 still has 35% battery left right here, which is incredible. So we have broken a Guinness World Record. I hope everyone has gained a deeper understanding of the Realme GT7 through this live stream. If you're interested in the Realme GT7, feel free to follow our official accounts on in various countries on various platforms at any time. Thank you for your company and support over the past 60 hours. I'm afraid we have to get going right now, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye, everyone. Bye.
When the world settles for good enough, GT is rewriting the rules. From now on, power will flow without limits. Strength and endurance will unite. AI will reveal new horizons. Stories will be vividly brought to life. When old rules fall, a new era begins. For those who demand more from power, GT7 series is coming. Power that never stops. Innovation knows no finish line. When the world settles for good enough, GT is rewriting the rules. From now on, power will flow without limits. Strength and endurance will unite. AI will reveal new horizons. Stories will be vividly brought to life. When old rules fall, a new era begins. For those who demand more from power, GT7 series is coming. Power that never stops. Innovation knows no finish line. When the world settles for good enough, GT is rewriting the rules. From now on, power will flow without limits. Strength and endurance will unite. AI will reveal new horizons. Stories will be vividly brought to life. When old rules fall, a new era begins. For those who demand more from power, GT7 series is coming. Power that never stops. Innovation knows no finish line. When the world settles for good enough, GT is rewriting the rules. From now on, Power will flow without limits. Strength and endurance will unite. AI will reveal new horizons. Stories will be vividly brought to life. When old rules fall, a new era begins. For those who demand more from power, GT7 series is coming. Power that never stops.